after for season 1. Unfortunately for him back then, he was on the receiving end of the loser's medal, the second place medal. But this time, he has made it happen for him, Levin, and I couldn't be more happy for these guys, and of course Malibuca in particular.
This script is nuts. I mean, like, again, 1 point again. Look, Mustache and Malibuca, so deserving. When you look at EU history and the greatest duels we've ever had, they were always considered one of them, but they never had the title to really show for it. Now they do, in a new era of this duo, and I mean, Malibuca, he will know how Thomas feels right now. He was right there with him last year, and big commiserations to Thomas and Queasy. I mean, they fought so valiantly. At times, they felt like the most deserving team. But Malibuca and Mustache to fight the way they have fought, with the pressure that was on them as well from some of their peers all throughout the week leading up to the final, and for them to deliver on that pressure and win like many said they should, just goes to show their greatness, how great they are. And I mean, that's the sign of a real champion.
It really is, and what's so exciting is this is a duo that's reunited. I imagine there are other Fortnite players around the world watching going, maybe I should go back to that duo I really enjoyed playing with. Now that we've got separate experience, now we've got learnings, and now we know how to become a champion, because Mustache has that experience. He's brought it back to his reunited partnership with Malibuca, and it's paid off dividends. But also, we have to give props to our second place, Queasy and Thomas HD, because they've also booked their spot in global championships, and this is a freshly formed duo, Queasy being one of the biggest brains in international competitive Fortnite, and Thomas HD just soaring to new heights quite literally with that grappling hook, showing the most dynamic sniping we've probably seen in this game, Miniminer.
Yeah, we have, and I mean, we've given Thomas HD so much support and I suppose props this entire weekend for how incredible he's done. We can't understate how much Queasy has impacted this event as well, the way that the rotations have come through, the way that he's adapted as an individual and then brought that into a team has been really, really nice to see. We're so used to seeing Queasy up on high, and Levin, we broke it down earlier on in the season, how this duo have adapted to not only just be a high ground team, not only be a low ground team, just be able to perform at a high level, also whilst contested on day number 1 particularly. Really, really great performance this team. They can't be too disappointed, but knowing both of these individuals, they no doubt will be.
I mean, they're going to be so chuffed with just how, you know, the season has gone for them. The pain of this final will definitely linger for some time. They're going to be going to globals, and well deserved. I mean, you look back all the way in the trio days, Queasy, Thomas and Anas teamed up, and what a team that was, and they loved playing with each other. And after trios ended, Queasy has always said that he would have loved to play with Thomas again. He loved playing with him. He's wanted to play with him for such a long time. And when the opportunity arrives for them, they snatched at it. And it's just working out so well. It feels weird to say this, but when you actually look at what these guys represent in this lobby now, they're some of the oldest players in this lobby, right? Both of them 21-year-olds, you know, in the realm of Fortnite, people will be going, oldest, 11, 21, what are you on about? But in the world of Fortnite, a lot of kids in this lobby are just that kids, you know, teenagers. And these guys have been here for years now, performing when it matters every single time. The talent cannot be questioned, it can't be touched. These guys are class, and class is permanent.
Can I just almost sneakily look ahead to global championships? Because last year it was won by North Americans on European soil by Cooper and Miro. We do, of course, have the season 1 major finals for North America coming up later this evening, by the way, so watch out for those. I just am wondering, looking at these two duos that have been confirmed for that competition, could one of them be bringing it home for EU, Miniminer?
I mean, it would be incredible to see. They're both really solid duos. We've seen the performance out this week, and not just solid, incredible, I suppose, would be the correct term to use there, because they've rocked our world this weekend, and they've shown that, as you mentioned, 11 class is most certainly permanent.
Well, class is permanent, and you know what? Our newly anointed classiest kid on the block is Malibuca, and we are delighted to be welcoming him to the broadcast right now. Malibuca, first of all, congratulations. How does it feel to finally win your first major?
I don't know, it feels amazing. Like, I was ready to get second again, but somehow we won. I don't know.
I mean, Mali, you know, you've been really at it for years. One of the best players ever before today to have never won one. You obviously played with Thomas last year and you were in the exact same situation he was in. Talk about the journey from last year to now and getting back with Mustache and how that's working out for you.
I mean, they are both great teammates. I just feel like I can do more plays with Mersach, since like I can understand, like I can explain him more specifically stuff that I want to do. But like Thomas is also the GOAT, and I really feel bad for him for coming second again. But it is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but you came out on top in this instance, so you can't be too sad about it. But of course, previously, you know, we knew you guys as a duo that had a little bit of inconsistencies in there in your guys' gameplay. Of course, you made endgame, sometimes not so much. What's changed in your duo to make it more often than not into the endgame in this weekend's tournament, and of course for the future events?
I didn't really understand the question. Sorry.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, what have you changed? How have you changed from when you played with Mustache previously? What have you adjusted? What have you changed a little bit? How have you adapted and improved as a duo?
Okay, so I mean, we just basically like played it more safely. Like even the qualifiers and the upper bracket, everything we played more aggressive. Like we just played more for late game and made all 12 late games, I think. So I think we just played more safely.
Malibuka, you challenged Seti and Cammy for Rift Island in game number 12 of a major when there were just 2 points separating you from Thomas and Queasy. I don't think that's playing it safe. Do you?
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you have to go for a risk to get a high reward, you know? So we had to do it.
I mean, you got the highest reward possible, mate. It doesn't get much higher than this. Yeah. It don't get much higher than this, man. I mean, look, you obviously did very well, and everybody is you know, going to be incredibly happy for you. Do you have anything to say to your fans, the people that have been supporting you for all these years to finally get one?
I don't know, just keep believing in yourself. You can do whatever you want, and make sure to use code Malibuka.
I'm going to do both of those things. Believe in myself and use code Malibuka. Apart from using code Malibuka, how can we find you online?
It's Malibuka fan on Twitter, Malibuka on Twitch and on YouTube.
Amazing, right? I need to watch you, mate, and learn how to play with the best of them. Congratulations. We're going to see you on LAN, and I'm hoping, obviously, we're going to see you in Season 2 of Chapter 5. Congratulations once more. Please do give our best to Mustache. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a gracious, lovely Victor. I can just imagine interviewing him on LAN when he raises the final trophy at the end of Chapter 5. Let's just wishful thinking on my part, okay? Listen, I'm all in on EU, mate, and I have dreams. I have dreams for these young duos of Europe. But I love the fact that he was saying, oh yeah, we played it safe, but definitely safe 11 to Malibuka and Mustache. It's not my personal definition of safe, is it yours?
Look, for that duo, their definition of safe has always been different to everybody else's, so no surprises there. And so yeah, I mean, when it comes to their play style, it's what works for them. And I mean, if they didn't have the courage to make them kind of plays, they wouldn't be walking away with $170,000. So let's give them the credit there.
I think $170,000 is a lot of credit, Mini Miner.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I like that interview there. I liked him talking about Thomas as well. Of course, he teamed with Thomas, of course, back in the last chapter. So it's nice that he sort of gave his commiserations there. And I mean, talking about the prize pool, that is massive for those guys. Of course, they'll be keeping one eye on the global championships now as they play out the rest of these majors, because that's certainly going to be a duo to look out for. I remember going into the Invitational, Mustache and Malibuka were the hot topic and almost the poster boys of the EU region. It's like, oh, I don't want to be fighting those guys because they're the best in the region. So I want to see if they can continue that going into the globals.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think everybody's always watching to see where Malibuka and Mustache are at in a lobby, because, you know, if they're anywhere near you, they are going to be in for a ride, and not a good one. So hopefully we get to see more of their dominance all throughout the year, and then of course I'm sure we'll see at Globals as well.
We've got 2 more majors for Chapter 5 and then those global championships. The competition has really only just begun, so make sure you stick with us. Levin, Mini Miner, also Jacob and Takata, thank you so much. You guys watching, hang on for the North American competition. It's sure to be just as electrifying. Thank you so much, though, to the production who put this whole thing on, our incredible observing team as well, and of course, all the players. We couldn't do it without you. We simply wouldn't have a competition. That's just how esports works. Check out this cool outfit before we go. And once more, we'll see you on the battle bus. Good night.
That's my show. Run up and see